What is up, guys? And in this video I'm going to be trying to explain in briefly how we can use the string class to find the length of a value or an integer or any other data type that is entered by a user. So this is a very simple program that is not going to take a very long time to explain. So the first thing that we have to understand is that we need to understand something about strings. So the string is the data type that holds the combination of characters, the letters, the numbers, the special characters, all of them together in one memory location. That's a string. So it can vary from the length of 1 up to who knows, up to infinity, up to as much as the computer can hold. So the first thing you are supposed to do is that you have to create a variable that is of string type, not an integer type. Although we are asked in this program to allow the user to enter a number, then we have to find the number of digits that the particular number contains. The first thing you have to understand is that every string is just an array of individual characters. So if we are able to find the length or the size of that particular string, then we'll have found the number of integers that a particular number has. So let me demonstrate by doing this a very simple way. So let's assume we're having an integer 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the way the computer interprets it as a string is that it's a particular so it's a string, so I have to put the quotes here and here. So the way the computer interprets it is that it's a string, it's an array of individual integers, of individual characters. That's how the computer sees it. So this is how it's going to be looking in the computer. That's how the strings are stored, as an array or array elements of character type. So we've already learned about arrays. If we are able to find the size of the array, then we'll be able to have found the length of that particular integer that is entered, of in which this case it's not a actual integer, it's a string. Although the user, since doesn't see the code, he'll definitely know that it's an integer. Then he will get the length of the string, which is interpreted in the computer as an array of individual characters. So this is how the computer sees it. And then in the end, the user will get the size of the array, and he will believe that the computer has actually found and read the number of integers that the particular number entered has. So if the number is 34, 5, 6, 7, then the computer will interpret it as an array of 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's how the computer interprets it. And then if we're able to find the size of this particular array, then we'll be able to have found the number of digits that the particular number has. So this is implemented it's a built-in function that is implemented in C++. So the first thing you have to do is include this string class, or the string library that will enable us to perform string manipulation. Then we create a variable. I called it value of string type, and then I'm going to tell the user enter a number. It doesn't matter what I write here, but that's what I'm just going to say for the convenience of allowing the user to enter only numbers. And then I'm going to accept that particular value and see in the value. And then here is where the tricky part comes, or the very important part of the program comes, is that I'm creating a variable of integer type, which is going to hold the number of digits that particular value entered has. So since the value is of string type, all string types have the built-in function, which is of .length. So if you write the value .length, it's going to count the number of elements that the particular array of string has been entered, as the way it is interpreted in the computer. So if we were to enter this string here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and add the .length function in the end, then the computer is going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's going to say that it's going to return that the particular entered string has 5 elements, and in our case it's going to be 5 integers. So then the number of digits that has is just the value dot length, and that's where the main part of the program is. And then we are going to see out the number, then the value has number of digits, and then digits. This is just to make the program look a bit pretty, but it's not necessary. Then I'm going to run just for the purpose of demonstrating, and then I'm going to enter a number 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Then it's going to say it has 7 digits. If we cross check manually, it's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So our program is working correctly. And then in the end, we have to acknowledge that our program is not perfect. It has one very big or major drawback, is that since we are using the input that the user is going to produce, it's going to be of string type, which means it can allow the user to enter even numbers, even special digits, but the program won't notice that as an error, since it's a string and those all are valid strings. And in the end, it's going to count the number of individual characters that are present in that particular string. So maybe you may not understand me, but this example may enlighten the way. It's that, assume the user just makes a mistake and he wants to write the number 45, and then he writes 4s. The program is not going to crash or say that s is not an integer, 4s is not an integer, or it's not a valid integer. It's just going to say that 4s has 2 digits. So no matter the data type that you enter, the program is just going to ignore whatever value you enter, and it's going to just count the number of individual characters that are present. I've tried to write 3 hashtag, and it says the number 3 hashtag has 2 digits. So this is the very big problem that you need to encounter, to face, or to try to solve. But for the simplicity and the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave it there. So our program is working fine, but don't forget, it has a very big drawback that is going to make it not work perfectly when you are in the production environment. Thank you for listening. See you next time.